If back pain has been your constant companion, it's time to bid it farewell and embrace a life of pain-free living and vitality. Our online workout classes are meticulously crafted for individuals like you, focusing on core strength, flexibility, and relieving back pain. Led by experienced trainers, our classes are not just about exercising, they're educational journeys that enlighten you about the intricacies of your body. Learn how to strengthen your core, improve flexibility, and prevent back pain through expertly guided workouts. The knowledge you gain will empower you to take charge of your well-being. Say yes to a healthier, pain-free you. Enroll now and embark on a transformative experience that will change your life forever. Subscribe to this channel to get a notification about our daily core flexibility workouts. And if you have time right now, stick around and join me for my 10-minute workout. The class going here. We'll start on our backs. All right, welcome guys. Wednesday weights. So the full class, we are going to be getting into some weights toward the end. For right now though, let's warm it up slowly. Cross one ankle over the other knee. We'll start out with flappers, nice and easy. Just push and then pull. So opening up that hip right here, very easy, very light exercise. Let's go 30. All right, we're gonna move quickly from one to the next 30 seconds each, just to make sure we cover a lot of ranges of motion today. First 20 minutes or so will be core and flexibility, and then 10 minutes of really solid core, and then we'll get into the weights. Those of you joining on the preview, you'll see just the flexibility and some light core. And if you do want to engage in the full program, try it out for a month for free, 30 days free, and you can get the full hour. Let's go ahead and switch to the other leg. Cross one ankle over the other knee, and again, we're just pushing and pulling. Right, like this. Try to relax your breathing. Put that breathing under your conscious control. Bigger breaths and slower, bigger and slower. All right, go ahead and put that foot on the floor. Two options here. We can go in and out right here, so touching the knees together and then bringing them apart. There's option one. If you want to go a little more advanced, you can go option two, 90-90, bring the knees and feet together and then bring them apart. So your choice. If you're going in this option two, you're keeping the abs tight, lower back flat. And again, you have that option if you want to put those feet on the floor and just stay relaxed. Up to you, up to you. Starting with the hips, stabilizing the hips. Now we'll get into glute bridges. We're gonna lift and lower the hips. So starting down here at the center of gravity, the hips, some in the legs as well. And then we'll start working our way up the spine, coming up in a minute or two. So up and down right here. Engaging the glutes. Try to keep it equal, left and right, as we go up and down. Okay, and rest. Next up, cross the ankle over the knee again. This time though, we're gonna lift up. So we're gonna lift that leg up and then back down. So basically hip flexor lifts. We're using this other leg as resistance. So if you wanna make it harder, push that knee away. This is getting that hip flexor, also down the quad as well. There's also some ab work here. So stabilize your core, squeeze your abs a little bit. We're going up and down. Remember, everything's just 30 seconds, so let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Push that knee, let's go up and down here. A little bit quicker today than normal, 30 seconds each. Making sure we get all the ranges of motion. Front to back, side to side, and twisting. We'll hit those three ranges, and then we'll do it on the three main body parts. We got the hips and legs. We got the shoulders and arms, and we got the core. Speaking of the core, let's start off with that. Let's go back to the first leg. Cross the ankle over the knee. Rotate down to the floor and then bring it back up. Rotate it down to the floor and bring it back up. So my left ankle over the right knee, rotating to the right, down and up. Rotate it down and bring it back up. Good. Try to keep the opposite shoulder on the floor as you twist over and then bring it back up. So just feel a nice stretch. Go ahead and go down and hold now. We're going to stay on the same side, but hold that position with the foot on the floor. Take that top knee and push it away, using the hip muscles to do that. So we'll spend 30 seconds pushing it away, and then we're actually going to spend 30 seconds pulling it toward you. And let's go ahead and do that now. So this top knee, grab onto the knee with the hand that's closest to it and pull the knee toward the floor, all the way down toward the floor. And we're still trying to get the trying to keep the opposite shoulder. Trying to keep the opposite shoulder down. Opposite shoulder down. And breathe. Let's repeat the same sequence on the other side. So again, we're starting here, ankle over knee. We're rotating down, touch the foot to the floor, and then bring it back up. Rotate it down and bring it back up. Good. So do this for just a few more seconds, and then now when we rotate down, let's go ahead and hold it down and hold. So again, this knee, this top knee, we're pushing it away using the muscles of the hip to pull or to push it away. And try to breathe, relax. Opposite shoulder down. Make sure you're breathing deeply, slowly. Okay, take the hand that's closest to that knee, grab onto the knee. Pull the knee toward you, toward the floor. Or stretching out that hip from the opposite angle. You might even feel that big lower back stretch. Really important, we're hitting all these ranges of motion. We're starting to travel up the spine a little bit, a little in the lower back, some twisting. Up next, we'll be going front to back range of motion with the lower back. Go ahead and rotate out of it. Let's do pelvic tilts. So arms are relaxed out to the side. We're going to roll the hips forward, put a little arch in the lower back. So it's an arch that you would be able to reach your hand under, and then you're going to flatten out that arch so no hand will fit under there. So put a little arch and then flatten it out. Little arch in the lower back and flatten it out. So this is like cats and dogs, but on your back. We're going to do this one for a full minute, so we have 30 seconds remaining as we start to work our way up the spine little by little. All right, good. Okay, next one. Let's go ahead and sit up. This one, we're going to do a forward bend and focus on the back as we do it. So we're going to start with our knees bent. If you're a little bit tight, this might be your position because again, we're focusing on the back. So give yourself a bear hug. Notice my spine is in kind of that rounded posture. If you're a little more flexible, straighten your legs a little bit, grab onto the toes. And then as you're here, you can start to extend your legs and straighten them out, getting that stretch in the back. So we're loosening up the spine, just any tension that is residual here. Try to breathe deeply into that rib cage so that the ribs stretch out those back muscles from the inside. Good. Okay. And let's go on our side. We're going to stretch the shoulders, range of motion on the shoulders, the back, arm circles. Bring your top leg forward. And then with your bottom, or with your top arm, I mean, you're going to do these big arm circles. So top leg forward, bottom leg back. Big, big arm circles here. Good. Go ahead and switch directions. Switch directions. Big, big arm circles here. Trying to get that full range of motion. Stretching through the fingertips. Reaching all the way out. Good. And switch to the other side. Good. All right. Again, our top leg forward, bottom leg back. We're going to take the top arm and come all the way up and around. So notice, because we are twisting the spine a little bit here, hopefully that forward bend that we did a minute ago helps with this stretch a little. All right, and switch directions, other direction. Stay on the same arm. So getting into the shoulders now. We have about 15 seconds here in the arm circles remaining. And then after this, we're going on to our backs. And we'll continue with some more shoulders. All right, here we go. On our backs, let's do elbow curls. So curling the fingers to the knuckles, knuckles on the temple, and elbows in, elbows back. Good. If you want to make this a little bit harder, squeeze the elbows a little bit more and then press them back a little harder, or you can keep it soft. You can also integrate the lower body if you want. As the elbows come together, the knees come together. As the elbows go apart, the knees go apart. Or you can do that in a little bit more advanced. You can bring up to 90-90, knees and feet and elbows together. Knees and feet and elbows come apart. So your choice. We have about 20 seconds left. A lot of different options here. The main goal here is just to open up the shoulders, the shoulder blades. So do whatever feels good. You always have the option to take it easy. You always have the option to go a little bit more intense. Let's do goalpost. And we're going to rotate the hands down toward the floor. Speaking of going more intense, if you want, you can add some weights. Hold some weights in your hand. I'd say just light weights. If you've done this before, you can maybe go a little bit moderate, but keep it pretty light. All right, and then next from here, we're going to have the hands on the floor. We're going to glide up. You can ditch the weights, or if the weights are light enough, you can keep them. But we're just gliding the hands up overhead, keeping the lower body relaxed. We've kind of set the hips already, the hips and the lower body. Now we're focusing on that upper back, shoulders, and arms. So try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Get that really good posture. Open up the chest. Okay, up next, pullovers. Grab a weight if you want. You don't have to, but you can hold that weight with both hands. Bring it up overhead. Keeping the elbows straight. Optional, adding leg raises. Keeping the abs tight, lower back flat. 90-90 with the legs. Make it harder by extending the legs out and then pulling it back. So up to you how challenging you want to make it. Again, there's always the option to make this harder. The hardest version would be to extend all the way out and hold it because every time you pull back, it makes it a little bit easier. It takes the tension off. So if you want to go really hard here, hold it, hold it. That's what the gymnasts do when they're warming up for their handstands. Speaking of handstand, that is not the next exercise, but we're going to do a quad stretch. All right, so let's go face down. Now we're going to go 1 minute on each side here, making sure we get that good quad stretch. So lying face down, bring that heel toward the glute. Stay active with the glutes, pushing the hips down to the floor. Stay active with the abs, keeping your back flat. So squeeze your abs, flatten out your lower back. So slowing down that heart rate, relaxing that breathing. We're going to do a few more stretches after this, and then we're going to get into the core. Those of you, again, joining on the preview, thanks for coming in. Come back on Friday, same time. And if you want to try the full class, healthintherealworld.com. You can sign up for that 30-day trial. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Grab onto that foot, squeeze the glutes, push the hips down to the floor. Squeeze your abs, flatten out your lower back. Notice if this side is easier or harder than the other side. It might be a little bit different. If that's the case, that might just be an indication that you want to do this on your own a little more frequently, especially if one side is really tight. All right, let's move on to the next exercise here. As we wrap up this empowering session, I hope you feel the strength and vitality flowing through your body. Remember, fitness is not just a journey, it's a lifestyle. Keep practicing these core strength exercises and stability workouts regularly, and you'll continue to witness amazing transformations. Don't forget to incorporate the posture improvement exercises into your daily routine for a confident, upright posture. For more fitness and wellness coaching and more engaging workouts, stay tuned to our channel. Stay motivated, stay active, and keep striving for a healthier, more active you. Until next time, keep shining bright and embracing the path of fitness and well-being. Until next time, my friends.